You smell that? Oh, it smells like football. Yes. Real life football. Not a video game, not stuff from last year. We got football, San Francisco 49ers football right now as rookie minicamp kicked off today. We got players in jerseys, helmets, green grass. Woo, sun is shining. Feels good to have some football back after a very long hiatus. But we're going to talk about what we've seen from rookie minicamp today. We got a couple little videos to share, all that good stuff. There's a little something to see in regards to who popped a little bit. But you guys already know what to do. Drop an SDS in the chat. Football's back for now. Let's go. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. We got football today. We got all kinds of things today. We got to hear from the San Francisco 49ers new defensive coordinator, Nick Sorenson. We've gotten to hear from rookies. We've gotten to see the rookies on the field today, and that's absolutely fantastic. But let's talk about some of the things that came out of the earlier press conferences with Nick Sorenson. I'm pleased to announce, very, very pleased to announce that we will not have any field gate this year with the San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator, as Nick Sorenson will be calling plays from the field, not the booth like last year with Steve Wilks, where it became a almost comical issue, a talking point, all these different things. And not only did he say, is he going to be calling plays from the field, but he straight up said exactly why. He said, I want to look players in the eyes. I'm a former player. That's what connects me to the players. I want instant communication, all of it. Like, that's absolutely what you love to see and what you want to hear. So Nick Sorenson, boots on the ground when it comes to game days, and he will be calling plays from the sideline. So you love to see that. Also, we got to hear a little bit about Brandon Staley. What Brandon Staley's role? Oh, these stupid AirPods, man. I got beef with these AirPods. I don't know what it is, why they feel the superiority to knock out this beautiful mic that I have. My AirPods, first of all, I disconnect them. I got beef, Apple. Tell your AirPods to kick rocks. We ain't trying to listen to me speak through a tin can. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Doesn't matter. We got football, baby. And we got but I've said it before we even hired Brandon Staley. But I'm honestly not a big Brandon Staley hater. Now, I do recognize that Brandon Staley had an awful run as the Chargers head coach, but I think there are a lot of factors involved in to kind of how that played out. I do have a belief in Brandon Staley, even though many do not, and I totally understand. And I know the perception around him, not good. But I think the combination of Nick Sorenson, a guy who's been in the building, understands how everything works, however, like he already understands the personalities of the players, coaches, all of it. And then you bring in a Brandon Staley, who Nick Sorenson described as, to me, it sounded like he's almost like a floater. Like he's just kind of floating around, like doing stuff with the defensive backs, doing stuff with linebackers, defensive linemen. He's just kind of floating around. So I think there could be some benefit to this relationship because just like Nick Sorensen talked about in his opening press conference, he's a first-time defensive coordinator. So with Brandon Staley, he's already been a defensive coordinator. He's already been head coach, and he just has a broader, more global view of the coaching position, I would say, over Sorensen. So these guys can bounce things. I think it's going to be a good pairing. I really like the vibe. Sorensen seems like a super chill dude, down to earth. Um, and again, I'm all for former players being coaches. And, as we know, hey, we've had some former players come in and do wonderful things for the 49ers defense, i.e. DeMeco Ryans. Shout out the legend DeMeco Ryans. Miss you, pal. Doing great things with the Texans, almost borderline too great. But again, I'm not surprised. I will continue to rehash this take that I have about DeMeco Ryans that I've had since he was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. I do think one day that DeMeco Ryans will be considered as one of, if not the best head coach in football at one point. That's how much I love DeMeco Ryans. And I love DeMeco Ryans as a defensive coordinator for us. And I just knew he was going to do great things as a head coach. And he already's exceeding expectations. They've killed the draft. Texans are going to be a problem for a while. And DeMeco Ryans is a big part of that. But can Nick Sorensen be one of those next guys up for the San Francisco 49ers? We shall see. But we also got an update too from Nick Sorensen about Renardo Green. So Renardo Green was drafted. There's a lot of questions of where is he going to play? Is he going to be a safety? Is he going to be outside corner? Is he going to be nickel? Where is he going to line up? Well, according to Sorensen, Renardo Green is going to be playing out of the nickel to begin with. I'm not going to lie, I like that. I do. I looked at Renardo Green over the last 5 years at Florida State to see how much he really played in the nickel. The most he had ever played was in 2020 when he took 118 snaps out of the slot. So he has some experience, but his play will translate his play style will translate really well to being a nickel corner, very physical, feisty guy. Excited for Renardo Green and what he's going to do with the San Francisco 49ers. Just love the pick. Love the pick in general, but a lot of the emphasis today went to some wide receivers. Let's take a look at some of the sites from rookie minicamp today. I collected a couple videos. We could take a look at it, watch it all together. Oh, look at the man, the myth, the legend. Throwback says, I can't wait for training camp. This is like a training camp teaser. That's what this feels like. It's like I'm watching these, and we'll watch it too. But it's like, man, watching this stuff, I can't wait till the pads come on. Oh, when the pads start popping is when we really have some fun. But we're going to have some fun with this until that time. Ricky Pearsall rocking the number 14 with the San Francisco 49ers, returning some punts. Huh? Returning punts? Okay. I'm for it, to be honest. I would love to see Ricky Pearsall either be in the rotation or, be the primary punt returner. We know how quick he is, how shifty he is. That translates very well to being a punt returner, trying to, make guys miss in a phone booth. That's something he excels at. Obviously with Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, I'm fascinated to see what his usage will be as a rookie. But if you can get him on the field as a punt returner, absolutely. Kick returner potentially, let's do it. I could see Cowing as the kick returner, and I could see Persall as the punt returner. I really could. But we'll see. We'll see how it's gonna go down. But hey, that's one key element, man. The 49ers have been looking for a punt returner since Ted Ginn. It's been a long time. Someone save us, please. Look at Slick Rick. Shout out NBC Sports for the video. As you can see, we get some releases off the line of scrimmage. I'm not going to lie, all these look pretty smooth, including Tariq Owens, number 84, which, I would say is a little bit more lumbering, a bigger body, type player, but he moved really well. You got Jacob Cowing, or excuse me, not Jacob Cowing. You got Tay Martin right here. I really like Tay Martin. Big fan of his. He's eligible to participate in this. Ricky Pearsall. You got Jacob Cowan coming up. 82 is Monroe Young, wide receiver out of Cal. He was, I think he's an invite. So he was invited to come work out. 88 is not what I'm looking for. Let's see. And 81 is Timothy Patrick. That's the one I was looking for. But honestly, looks good. Look at Cowing though. He's like a land shark. I don't know what to call. I don't know what else to call him, man. He's like a land shark, super low to the ground. Bro, he's so smooth. He's Cowan's gonna be fun, dude. He's so smooth. Such a smooth athlete. People are gonna knock him, overlook him for his size, but he's good, man. Then we got Dominic Pooney right here in the 77. Love to see it. I caught a little clip of his press conference right before we hopped on. He seems like a fun player. He seems like a guy that's going to fit into this locker room extremely well. Looks like a guy who walks around with a smile on his face all the time, high energy type dude. And you got to love those guys in the offensive line room. Absolutely. Offensive linemen are characters, man. So you get a guy like Pooney out here who can move like he moves, move defenders, be a dog, and be a good teammate. Love to see it. I shouldn't be this hyped off this one little rep against Air, but I kind of am. I'm a believer in Cody Schrader, man. Like I think he's heavily underrated. I'm not sure I've ever seen a player amass as much production as he did in college in the SEC, mind you, and just be consistently overlooked and not talked about. I like the way he moves. Pause. Phenomenal job. The throw is high and on his back shoulder, makes a phenomenal adjustment to it. Just looks like the quick cut up. I'm not going to sit here and say Cody Schrader is going to be, an athletic freak, or I just, we say all the time, the guy's a football player, right? And we talk about that as being one of the biggest compliments you could get from another football player. And some people might be like, that's just such a random thing to say because they're all football players. But like, nah, he's a football player. That's just what Cody Schrader is, man. I'm excited to see what he looks like in training camp. I think he might turn some heads for sure. I can't wait. This one was another interesting one. You've got 3 tight ends right here, and again, shout out to Sterling Bennett. These are his videos from 95.7 The Game. Hodges looks massive. Look at how big he is. 6'8", 240 pounds. I don't know. To me, he like somehow makes Mason Pline look a little small, even though he's not. Mason Pline's 6'7", 260 pounds. But Hodges, bring him into training camp. Just off his frame alone. I'm very curious. Like, he looks decently athletic. Can we get Hodges a training camp invite or something? I don't know. I'm very intrigued by him. Pretty sure that's Bucky Hodges too. Let me double check. Yeah, he's a former quarterback, right? Wasn't he? I remember Bucky Hodges coming out. He played at Virginia Tech, 6th-round draft pick in 2017. He's played for the Vikings, Panthers, New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, he was most recently playing in the CFL with the Edmonton Elks. At least he's been playing. But he's huge, man. He's 6'8", runs a 4.46 40. Vertical jump of 38 inches or 38.5. That's crazy. So he's interesting, man. No, 6'6". I don't know. I'm curious about him. But anyways, obviously a lot of the eyes were on 1st-round draft pick. I didn't see anything out there of the cornerbacks. Definitely would have loved to see some cornerback highlights because I want to get some Renardo Green action. But for the most part, it was like this felt like a little taste, a little tease. But it's just a reminder that we have a new year upon us, and I'm ready to put last year in the rear view. I know a lot of people are still upset about it, and rightfully so. But I'm ready to stop talking about it because people just keep bringing it up. It feels like nonstop, and it's just like, all right, we got rookies on the field. We got helmets on. Let's focus on the now. All right. Last year's last year. It sucks. It is what it is. I'm just ready to move on from it. I'm ready to stop talking about it. People just won't stop talking about last year, and I get it. Real painful. But it's time to take that pain and use it as much as we can as fans. But yeah, I'm excited. Excited for what we got cooking right here. I think this rookie class is going to be a good rookie class. I think we're going to get contributions from, for sure, our top 5 rookies, which I don't feel like we could say that in the past. We're definitely going to see contributions from Pearsall. We're definitely going to see contributions from Cowing. I feel like we're going to see both of those guys. I feel like Pooney is the variable of where is he going to play. That's the question. Is he going to compete at center? Is he competing at guard? Which one is that going to be? But Renardo Green, I think, is going to play. Malik Mustafa is definitely turning heads. So I'm loving it. I did not see Cowing's interview and what he said about the playbook. If you want to fill me in, that would be ideal. But I did not see it. I think his interview stuff was coming out right when I was getting ready to hop on. Niner Foo says, bang, bang, Niner gang, 619. Shout out Niner Foo. Appreciate the super chat. I am curious now of what Cowing did say about the playbook. What did he say? Like it was difficult, challenging. I mean, we have seen the videos of guys like Dan Orlovsky showing how difficult the installs are, the verbiage, all the the minuscule nuances that you need to know about playing football in this league. It's challenging, man. No, there you go. Okay. He said his playbook at Arizona was similar, and Kyle's playbook didn't seem daunting at all. Oh, whoo. See, that's what you love to hear. You love to hear that for sure, because that's one of the hardest parts about playing football. Like we focus so much on the physical side of it, but it's like so much of that physical output is dictated by kind of what's going on mentally. I even saw Spencer Burford post about it. He reposted the Dan Orlovsky clip of the playbook, and he's like, some of y'all don't even know. And when I think of Spencer Burford's struggles, I don't think of Spencer Burford struggling because he can't do it physically. He's got all the physical tools. He's got the speed, size, strength. He has everything that you want. I look at Spencer Burford struggling with the mental side of it because there's so much information that you have to be able to process, especially on the offensive line, really quickly. And it can be a challenge. So hearing this from a rookie who's like, oh yeah, Kyle Shanahan's playbook, been there, done that, not a big deal. And I can kind of, I can't speak to this 100%, but I obviously played at 2 colleges. I played at a community college, and then I played at a D2. And the D2's offense was very similar to the offense that I had at my JUCO. So it was such an easy process. It was so seamless for me to go from JUCO to D2 because I already knew everything. It was outside zone scheme. I was super comfortable in outside zone. I knew all the technique. I knew all of it. I knew all. It was just like it was like I just am running the same offense. I just happen to be at a different school. So it was so simple to make the jump, and it helped so much. I remember the comfortability of being in like the summer practices and just going through everything, being like, dude, this is so easy. Just the feeling of like you're not learning, right? You're not on the job learning. You're just like, I know how to do this. I know where what the techniques are. I know what the calls mean and what everything stands for. It's cakewalk. It makes you one more confident, and two, you just move faster. So the fact that Jacob Cowan is coming in already feeling comfortable with the playbook, that's huge, man. That's a big step in the right direction. And honestly, that's how you get on the field. Debo Samuel, remember, I think it was in the Super Bowl in 2019. He was interviewed at the Super Bowl, and he's like, "Honestly, I never thought I was going to get on the field as a rookie because it was taking me a long time to grasp the playbook." And if Jacob Cowing already understands the playbook and he's already making it sound like it's something that he can manage, that is such a great step for him and his development and him seeing the field early on. So uh, I'm excited, dude. I think we're gonna see not only some of these rookies make an impact, but I also think that we're gonna see some of these undrafted free agents. I think we're gonna get a couple of them. I'm not really sure who it's gonna be. Maybe Evan Anderson's gonna pop at D line. Jalen Mahoney maybe could show up in training camp. Drake Nugent on the offensive line. Cody Schrader at running back, Pline at tight end. It feels like we got a crew of quality football players, and someone's gonna pop. I don't know who it is. Obviously, we got a log jam. I mean, our roster, like we did a little bit of a roster breakdown yesterday, and we were just identifying, man, we got back end competition at running back. I mean, we technically probably have competition at quarterback between Brandon Allen and Tanner Mordecai. We've got tons of competition at wide receiver. We're going to have back where I think we're going to have a lot of competition at tight end. I've been saying that I think the competition on the O line is potentially at center because I think Aaron Banks is going to be able to get another shot in a contract year. I think Feliciano walks in is the starter day one. Obviously, Feliciano will be competing with Burford. But the 49ers went out and got, he said it right, 7 centers. They have so many centers. I think, and that's why I'm like, where's Dominic Pooney going to play? Because if they put him at center, day one of training camp, I'm going to be like, okay, we got something to watch there. Nick Zakel, hybrid guard center, Ben Barch, hybrid guard center, Corey Luciano, center, Kingston, most likely going to be a center, Drake Nugent, center, Bryson Mays, center. We got a lot of centers. We have a lot of centers. So that's where I think the conversation is going to get really interesting around training camp time. Other than that, where's Malik Mustafa going to play? We have a ton of cornerback competition. So I'm looking forward to it. Persall's a bust, says who? Why is Persall a bust? Why is he a bust, huh? First of all, how can you make that proclamation after one non-padded practice with nothing but rookies? Oh, good times. Good times. That's kind of funny, though. It's funny because each individual thing has its own context in which it should be evaluated. And I don't know. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if it's true or not. But if anyone's making proclamations, on day one of rookie minicamp, uh, woo, oh boy, I can't wait for training camp. Oh, I can't wait for training camp. Oh, it's gonna be a blast. Going to be so much fun. It's gonna be great. Fantastic. But I am very excited about training camp. Like, I really want to see the pads, man. That, like I said, this just got me hyped. I love seeing all the guys out there. I love seeing them running around, doing all that stuff. But it's just like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to see some competition. And we know the 49ers, man, they run a tough camp. They don't run camp like everyone else. And we've heard that, predominantly throughout Kyle Shanahan's tenure with the San Francisco 49ers, man. They get after it in training camp. They're physical, man. They compete. So I'm ready. And we got so much competition too. Internal competition, I think, is going to breed even more success. Roberto says, beware, it's clickbait season. Oh, it is clickbait season. That is very true. That is very true. It is very clickbaity out here. We got a quarterback ranking dominating football conversation for the last 48 hours. You got Nick Wright talking about it. Oh, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable time. For sure. But it's a wild year. Wild time of the year. For sure. Michael Moody says, Brad, I'm retiring from teaching when the school year ends so I can catch more Brad's live. Yo, congratulations, dude. Bro said, I'm done with all these kids. Probably a good time to get out, with all the. I don't know what age you're teaching, or what grade you're teaching, but I got 11-year-old, and I'm just like, gives me like a glimpse, into the new generation. I'm just like, oh, it's fun. It's a good time. But congratulations, man, on retirement. That's huge. That's the dream. Everyone wants to get there, gets to retire, do all that kind of stuff. Oh, okay. Special at third or fourth. That's not bad. You still get the, there's still like sweethearts in like third or fourth. I feel like it's the transition into middle school is when they get real. Some of them get real nasty. Oh man. But congratulations, man, on an awesome career. Congratulations on retirement. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. We'll have you around a lot more. All that being said and done. But all this did today was just get me excited for the season. All this did was made me want to move further away from last year and just really focus on how does this team get back into contention and all those different types of things. And I think honestly, the way that we got our schedule stacked out right now, because we're going to have rookie mini camp tomorrow. So we got 2 days of rookie mini camp. When is, let me see here. We should have mandatory mini camp pretty soon. Let me see. So May 20th is when OTAs kicks off. So we'll get veterans and rookies May 20th through the 21st. Yeah, I kind of like we got a good setup here. So we got rookie minicamp today and tomorrow. I think we break after that. I think that kind of ends it for rookie minicamp. Actually, let's see. 49ers rookie minicamp. Yeah, so 10 and 11. Then we have schedule release on next Wednesday. Then we're going to have the Dwight Clark event on the 16th. Then we transition into OTAs. May's going to be pretty good, man. We're going to be good with football, I would say, here for the rest of May. And so OTAs May 20th, 21st, May 23rd, 28th, 29th, and then May 31st. And then mandatory minicamp June 4th through June 6th. And then the next time we will have football back will likely be at the end of July. So we still got a solid 4 weeks of football before we really break for the off season. So I like it. I like it a lot. I like where we're at. I like where we're at with this off season, like setup. So we're gonna have a lot of stuff to still talk about for the next 4 weeks. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited to take this break. I don't know about you guys. I'm actually going on a 3-week road trip at the end of June, kind of middle of June into early July. So I'm looking forward to that. We got a month. We got a month of football left, getting us prepared, fine-tuned, ready to go, and then a little break, and then training camp. Whoo! And then it's football season. I'm really looking forward to this season, just for so many different reasons. But yeah, it's time. It's time for redemption. It's time for this season literally has to be for no one else other than us. I really think that's what this season is. I think there's a new level of focus that we can obtain. And I'm speaking as if I'm a member of the 49ers inside that building. I think there's a different level of focus. I think we have focused a little bit on what's been going on outside. We dabble, right? We talk crap, and I'm saying this like some of our players, Debo's not shy at taking shots. We've had our fair share of being out there. I feel like there's another level of focus and just a seriousness to it. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like there's the level of focus, urgency, and seriousness to this season, which again was high, I thought, last year, but I think this year it has to be at a different gear. We said the same thing. We did say this last year. Absolutely. But I think with how last season went, I think it even ratchets up another level, because I think this could be it for some key members. Like, we don't know what this roster is going to look like next year. This is one of the crazier off seasons because I don't want to say it feels like the last ride, but it feels like a major inflection point will be coming because they won't be able to maintain and keep this roster together due to age, due to contracts, all these different types of things. There will be a period coming up here where we could see some big time change. So this season that's coming up is going to be a special season because I've never, outside of the Harbaugh years, but the Harbaugh years, it was such an abrupt shift because we had it so good. Who had it better than us, right? Literally. And then it was like we're riding high, and then it was done. Like, rug pulled out from under us. It was over in like 3 years. This is different. This group has been together now since 2017. And we've had the highest of highs, lowest of lows, everything in between with this group. And it feels like there will be changes coming. Just like it's inevitable. Like, we understand this is a business. We understand things change, things evolve. And we just understand that things right now with this group, we got to kind of cherish this a little bit. Like, I would say that, like, that would be my message to the fans is like, I know we like to bitch and complain sometimes about like, oh, we just can't get it done, this, that, the other thing. This might be it for like this like true core. Like what we saw with Eric Armstead, there might be more of that coming. So the way that I'm approaching this season is like I'm going to try to cherish it all. Like I'm just trying to soak it in and be like, because I love this team. Like if we really like, if you take your objectivity out of it and you like, there's multiple perceptions in which I evaluate this team. If I lock into the fan perspective of being a fan of the 49ers, it's like, dude, I'm going to miss a lot of these dudes. Like, I'm going to miss this team. I'm going to miss this core. We're going to look back eventually, like we look back at the Harbaugh era. Like, we're going to look back at this core like 10 years from now and be like, man, that core was special. That group was special. That's why we need to get it done, man. That's why we need to get it done. That's why this year's so huge, so big, so urgent to get it done, because I don't want to be talking about this group like we talk about, Patrick Willis. I wish we got him a ring. Frank Gore. I wish we got Frank a ring. Joe Staley. I wish we got Joe a ring. I don't want to talk about this group like that. So we understand though. It's not a it's not a foregone conclusion that they're going to be in the Super Bowl again. But that's the goal. That's the journey we're on. And it's time. All right. So, gotta love it. Appreciate everyone for tapping on. I'll probably be on tomorrow. Because we're going to have rookie minicamp tomorrow as well. So I would expect, typically I don't go on Saturdays, but hey, we're going to get some rare Saturday content and all that good stuff. So we'll get more rookie minicamp stuff tomorrow. Yeah, I wish I could get a ring too. Oh, man. Grab your cookies on the way out. Appreciate everyone for tapping in today. Like I said, We'll be back tomorrow with more training camp recaps. Not training camp. I wish training camp. Rookie mini camp, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. I'm out for now. Peace. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to